Okay. We're just finishing up. We got to try to make the 1 o'clock ferry. I think it's just about 12 o'clock now, so just in the nick of time. But I just wanted to update where we're at on this project. Switch that around. All right. So I ended up sticking this spacer block in there to give it a little more room so it can be chinked in manageably. And I got some foam up in there as much as we could. It just, nothing fits in there. It's too small for a hand or an arm. So we got that textured 2x12 and put it in right there. We left the caulking underneath the edges of this and these the wood there so that we can get the, it'd be best if it was stained and sealed before the colored caulk went on it, so it didn't get colored caulking mashed into the wood lattice. And then the issue we had is, so there was like this window, you can see caulking's the right color. Caulking's the right color on this window too. Doesn't see anything, but the last caulking tubes we had were this gray color, and it looks like shit because it's cold and it's all feathered out, but any little trace of that on that is a contrasting color and it sticks out. So it looks like a kindergartner did it. It's sealed good. We're just gonna have to paint it. Sorry. Same thing with these vertical. I knew this was gonna need some other stuff too, but all we had was the gray. So we sealed that in against the chinking in the logs there. So we got a seal. Yeah, I wish we had the right color. I'm colorblind and that looks nasty. Sealed all those up around there. We had to paint the backside of that fascia because it was left bare. It's just a little bit taller on the rake because it doesn't have the plumb cut for the eave. So did these details the best we could over here. I think everything here is good. More caulking. Ugh. Okay, on this side, same thing. Needs to be caulked around those rafter tails and that top trim there. And I think you can see we ended up putting in this pine strip along there to cover up that gap. And I think it looks pretty clean. The other side, it kind of, there's not enough profile in the fascia on the other side, so it actually sticks down maybe 1/8 of an inch, and you can kind of see it along the profile, but looks pretty clean. Another caulking ick. This one got caulked with the right color. Sealed that up to there. And then up top there, I stuck a chunk in there. It gets down to like 3/4 of an inch, and I think if I put something in there with the tools I have at my disposal, I think I would make a mess of it. So I need a planer and probably a planer mostly to get that shaped or gouged in with a curve base planer to fit that log is what I'm thinking. But I think that's turn the other way. Got the fascia return on behind the gutter there. A little bit of foam showing, but we'll have to get chinked in, and I'm assuming the gap on the end of that rafter tail and the log end right there, that would just be a prime place to chink something in with maybe stain matched chinking put in there. But yeah, so far, I guess project went well. I'm satisfied with how all the details came out, but I wish that caulking was a different freaking color. Okay, the color match stuff though, that I think Mark might have used the stuff. I don't know if the stuff Mark used on the roof was also for the siding and we just ran out, or if there was the stuff on the roof or the steel stuff was the right color. That might have been what I used on those windows. But anyways, we ran out of that color. And then we put that trim piece up in there for where that, when the power line came down, it broke out that piece of trim. So we got up there and we got some diamond coat trim in there, but yeah, we're happy with the project. We're oh yeah, and the steel up there, we got the steel on, and that was scary, but finished those last 2 pieces of the roof steel. What else did we have to get done for detail here? I think that was it. The only other thing that I'm seeing, maybe Frick sees this video, the ends of these rafter tails behind the fascia, we put the pine trim pieces in, but we didn't caulk there because of the end grain of that wood. So that place on each of these tails will need some color matched, the stain match caulking, or chinking, and then, you know, around there. But let's see, I think, oh, and then painting that steel, because the bottom side of that's white, and that's left, I think. I think that's the nuts and bolts of it. All right. Thank you.